Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are looking at a deck based around Zimone and Dina, or as I have named them in the video, Timon and Pumbaa, because that is what that reminds me of every single time. You voted for this card on the community page in the channel. If you haven't seen the polls that I put up there, I'm going to try to do them a bit more regularly now. Have a look in there. I'll often poll for what cards you want to base decks around next, and I'm open to all sort of suggestions and comments, but the current poll voted Zimone and Dina, and that is what I've built a deck around. So Zimone and Dina is black, green and blue, so one Sultai, legendary creature, human dryad. It's a 3/4. We're running 4 of them. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So it has the same ability as Gixian Puppeteer, but it also has tap, sacrifice another creature, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 8 or more lands, repeat this process once. So in other words, you draw another card, you may put a land into the battlefield again. So, just to break that down, if we tap and sack a creature in our turn, we draw a card. That'll be our second card of the turn. That will trigger the life loss, life gain ability. If we do this in our opponent's turn, we will draw a card. If we put a land onto the battlefield and we have 8 or more, we can draw a second card. In other words, we can trigger the ability. So, sort of works like if we trigger it in our turn, we don't need to have 8 lands. If we trigger it in our opponent's turn, we need to have 8 lands. So my thoughts initially for building around this was to either have some cheap creatures as like sack outlets for this, which gives some kind of benefit, or to try and just draw lots of cards, you know, play things like planeswalkers that draw cards, value engines that draw cards. There aren't really a great selection of creatures out there at the moment that are good to be sacrificed, unless you're in specific shells, maybe like Phyrexians or something. So I kind of got rid of that specific idea, and where I've ended is a kind of mid-rangey deck, sort of designed exclusively around drawing cards, but it's pretty much purely creature focused. So let me just talk through some of the other cards that I've chosen to feature in the deck, and it will probably form a picture as to why I've done this, because I did try all sorts when I was experimenting, which had a bit of a whack on my rating, but it was fun anyway. So let's just start with the new ones, because that's the interesting way of doing it. So we're also running Faerie Mastermind. So this is a 2 costing, or 1 and a blue, for a 2/1 Fairy Rogue, flash and flying. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. And then it has pay 4, each player draws a card. So this card, at first I was a little underwhelmed with it, but actually having played with it, it seems pretty powerful. So just to talk through why this is good. It's a 2 costing 2/1 flyer with flash, which is actually quite a good stat line. But then whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. So if our opponent during their turn is ever about to draw, we can flash this in and then we also draw. So that is actually a nice little like surprise for our opponents. A lot of the time when you're in like against a control meta, against a control deck, you know, you don't want to like just hold open counters, because if they draw you end up behind. Well, now we have the option to hold open our counter, make this appear, but if they just choose to draw instead, like with you know, any kind of draw spell, consider, or anything else, we can then flash in our mastermind and draw a card. Obviously, it also has the ability to force each player to draw a card, which is a very nice pairing with Zimone and Dina, because if we draw our second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 and we gain 2. So this is very focused around drawing and things like that, and there's a very nice synergy here. We're also running Rona, the Herald of Invasion. So Rona is a 1/3 legendary creature, human wizard. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, untap Rona, Herald of Invasion. Now it happens we're running quite a few legends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not the main use we're getting out of her, but it is actually, you know, we're running quite a few anyway. She then has tap, draw a card, then discard a card. So obviously, this is why we're pairing this with Zimone and Dina. Being able to draw and discard, it's going to trigger Zimone and Dina's first part of their ability. Also, Magic the Gathering's just having a little moment. Bear with me. Waiting for server. Come on, what's happening? Come on. Okay, we're back. And that's what I was saying about Rona. She'll trigger Zimone and Dina's draw second card each turn thing if we tap her in our own turn. She also has the ability to transform into Rona the Tolarian Obliterator with a 5/5 legendary creature, Phyrexian Wizard with Trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona Tolarian Obliterator, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. So very nice ability if they deal damage to the Tolarian Obliterator. The reason this actually works quite well in the deck is Zimone and Dina combined with Sheoldred and a couple of other cards in the deck is going to slowly whittle down our opponent even if they're managing to block. And this is just one more of those type of threats to sort of help whittle them down. A 5/5 trample, in other words 5 damage a turn unless they block it. And if they do block it, we're going to start getting to cast cards out of their hands. So it's that kind of like squeezing our opponent type creature that we're running in this deck. Those are, I believe, all the new cards we're running. What are the old cards we're running to supplement these? Sheoldred the Apocalypse is obvious for this deck. I mean, 4 copies of this is no brainer. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Why is this a no-brainer? Well, we're going to be drawing lots of cards because of the design of the deck around Zimone and Dina, and we want to gain lots of life for doing so. Also, with the Faerie Mastermind, we can force players to draw cards, including our opponent. In other words, forcing them to lose life, which is very nice. It's a legend, so it will untap Rona for us. It just all round fits into this deck wonderfully. We are running 2 of the Gixian Puppeteer. This is a 4-costing 4/3 Phyrexian Warlock with the same ability as Rona, as Zimone, sorry, as I said. But it also has, when it dies, return another target creature, mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Some of the times we're going to be wanting to fish our Zimone and Dina out of our graveyard, or a Glissa Sunslayer. So we've got actual very powerful 3 mana value creatures that we want to get back, which enhances the value of the Puppeteer a bit in this deck. As I said, we're running Glissa. Glissa is a really strong card in this deck. Being able to run blue cards with Glissa in a Sultai shell is actually working out wonderfully. It's a 3-costing 3/3 legendary Phyrexian zombie elf. So it's got First Strike and Death Touch. In other words, if you block it, whatever you block it with will die. When she deals combat damage to a player, choose one. Draw a card and lose a life. Well, great. We get to trigger Zimone and Dina, trigger the Puppeteer, trigger Sheoldred to gain us life. Or we destroy target enchantment. Can be flexibly helpful. Remove 3 counters from target opponent. There's lots of counter-based decks wandering around at the moment. This could include removing counters from a Planeswalker. It can remove counters from things like the Selesnya counters deck that we featured on this channel. It's actually a really, really nice ability, that remove counters these days. I'm running 4 of the Evangel of Synthesis, a slightly more interesting inclusion maybe, but this is a blue and a black for a 2/3 Phyrexian Human Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, draw, then discard. So we're doing the draw discard thing again in order to trigger our Zimone and Dina. The reason that I think the Evangel works nicely in here is that it's a 2/3, so it gives us a little good body against like mono red or other aggressive tactics. It has the draw discard, but also whenever we draw 2 or more, it gets +1/+0 menace, so it can help us put that squeeze on our opponent. The more we keep drawing, the more this is a difficult thing to block for our opponent. Also, it is a 2-costing creature. What I really wanted was creatures that draw and discard, because of the fact that we can then sack them to Dina and Zimone and Dina if we need to. So that's where this fits really nicely. 3 go for the throats and 3 cut downs as our removal package, and then 1 little Evolved Sleeper. The reason I put this in there is that I was running 4 Faerie Masterminds, and it's not a card you actually need lots of duplicates of. If you get to a point where you've got duplicates of this down on the board, the opponent isn't going to let you draw any extra cards anyway, which could be a good thing, but what we actually were better off doing is getting this little bit of extra aggression in, having the chance to have a 1-drop that can also end up drawing us cards if need be. It's just a nice little 1-drop in the deck for us. So that is the deck. I am only running 24 lands. The reason being our average mana cost is only 2.5, so 4 lands is would be a little bit light, but given that we have so much card filtering in this deck, give it like, is it 3, 7, 9 cards in our deck can draw and discard. This can just make us draw, and then this can make us draw, this can make us draw. In other words, we've got plenty of ways to actually find the lands, as long as we get over that threshold of like, we need 3 lands basically. We're running a complete blend of all of the dual lands in this deck because we have got quite broad mana requirements. Green isn't needed as much, it's only these 2 cards, but when we need it, we really need it. So we are making sure we're hitting that too. That's the deck. Let's have some games, see how we get on, see if we can have some fun with it. Okay. Timon and Pumbaa. Yeah, okay. We'll have to play one of our tap lands first, and it'll have to be this blue one, so that we can play our Synthesis on 2. Or the Mastermind, but likely this. Oh, that's nice. Got our Timon and Pumbaa. Maybe we ditch a land at this point. Kind of want this to free trigger this. Okay. Land out. Thalia. Fine. Fine for now. We're mostly creatures. We've got the odd non-creature, but Thalia doesn't actually bother us too much. Our line, yeah, fine, you can't attack. So, do we play this? We draw, discard. Boop. Maybe we now kill Thalia. And then we can get in for 3. Like so. We can kill one of our Evangels if we want, but I think having this little menace army is quite nice. Just taxing my make disappear, but tempted to double block, but let's keep our engine alive. We can take the 4 for now. Okay. So we'll just save for these 2. There could be something bad happening in their turn. Yeah, like that. So nice to be able to get rid of that, because that would give them infinite draws of the duelist. Squirrel. I mean, we're going to take another hit from Adeline, which is a bit annoying. Now 5. I guess infinite draws for them would have been infinite draws for us with the Mastermind, but okay, so should have attacked with the Mastermind. I don't know why I didn't though. We flooded out a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in 14. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they'll put that on the duel list, but then we'll get to draw. Another Mastermind. So now every time they draw, we'll draw more, which is quite nice. So I think what we'll do here is like this. And we can draw again. Okay, that's pretty nice. Can't actually kill anything because of Skrelv. And this can't kill Skrelv, so put another Mastermind in play. Maybe we should force them to tap Skrelv. And they've got a white, so we're not even getting the damage at the moment. Okay, so this is sacrifice another creature, unfortunately. See if they're tempted to tap the Skrelv to make their Adeline unblockable. So we're going. So hold on. 1, 2. This is going to be a 4, 6. Okay, we're going to be alive if we chump the Adeline. And we've got another one of these, so we'd be dead if we didn't chump the Adeline. Okay, they don't want us to draw, that's interesting. What are you doing? I hope you use that white mana, because I would like to force you to tap your Skrill for 2 life. But if you don't, we'll just draw. So, if we force them to tap Skrill, I think we're good. So let's do like this. Now they're in a bit of a bind because they can save it, but then they know they're going to 1. Yeah, you get more cards, but if we do put this in. Hold on, we can't make them draw. Shit. Can't make them draw again. That's all we. Oh, how do I make them draw? Can't get there. Put it on the duel list. Yes! Why would they do that? What? Hold on. Am I missing something? Why did they just suicide? They literally have the win. What? What? Alright, we'll take it. Okay. I'm not sure how I bewitched my opponent into conceding there, but I must have done... I did something. I somehow bewitched them. If anyone sees why they conceded, please do say in the comments, because I missed that. I missed it. Smouldering Egg. We can leave it for a turn, right? Famous last words. Only because we've got 2 of them and we want everything else. What? Instants and sorceries. Yeah, I mean, they can't spend 7 mana. I think we'll go with Kaito. Although we've got a Glissa, I just feel like they're probably stacked full of removal, and I'd rather they remove this than this, and then we've got some value left on the board. Wonder if we can wait to kill this to turn 5. I'm not liking that. So now they could spend... could spend enough to flip this.
Now this is a juicy secret.
So should I just hold, go for the throat? I think I should. I don't want to. I'd rather play a 4-drop now and then a 3 and a 2-drop next turn. Maybe I can get away with it for a turn. Famous last words. Invoke Despair. The egg flips. And I just cry because we've been board wiped. They've got a flipped thing. No. Okay. So they can cut. Okay. Fine. That wasn't the worst outcome. So we'll play our Glissa up front. Draw, discard. I can't really imagine. Ooh. Do we throw the Puppeteer? No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think we need these to deal with these. These eggs are a bit dangerous. There's one down. And we can remove counters from the other one with this, if we need to. I love this. This combo is so good. I think we'll draw because we can get rid of the egg if we need to at the moment. Okay, we're stocking ourselves back up with cards as well. They've got to be running Invoke Despair in this deck. Feels like an Invoke Despair deck. Looks like an Invoke Despair deck. Problem with the eggs is they're just so weak to being destroyed. So we'll sack our Zimone. We've got another one. Unfortunately, Kaito goes. At least it blocks them drawing. Yeah, this damage is mad, man. Ding. This is basically a 5-3 unblockable. And we can Mastermind in their turn. End of their turn. Oh. Don't want that. Gonna have to kill them fast. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We might have to kill the Chandra with this. Can't let it live in case they've got an Invoke Despair or something. I mean, yeah. So, we're going to have to do this. Ooh, we actually got a second copy of Make Disappear, so we can... Oh no, we do. Shit, I didn't realise I didn't have a second blue. I thought I had a second blue. And then I would just use this one and keep my creature, and I fucked it and gave them a free Invoke Despair. Oh, what a moron. What a moron. This is nice that we can flip this to deal lethal next turn. Oh, I can't believe I did that. We should still get away with it, but god, that was stupid. 2 Invoke Despairs down though. Hopefully no more in hand. Fine. Fine. Can't stop that. So we can play this and use its ability. Maybe they're all sorcery speed stuff. Maybe. So much drawing going on with these masterminds around. I think we'll play this now. Draw our second card. Oh, we can make that. We can trigger that with Mastermind, right? Yeah. Ooh. Sweet. Despite me absolutely messing up at one point, that still went okay. Show me the rank. There we go. 92. We're on the way back up. Okay. Real. Let's get real. Zimone and Pumbaa. Cool. Oh, this is finally we're going to have a use for these cut downs. Okay, I didn't draw a land, so we can't hold cut down. Can't risk not having untapped land. Yeah, when it could be a 3/3 anyway. That's what I was going to say. God, don't do this to me. I do need land. Okay, we'll have to make this appear that. I'm going to take 5. Okay. I guess we should do this and cut down. Glissa's tempting, but if they just remove it, we're in trouble. Yeah, we don't want masterminds in this day and age. Stormseeker is a bold move. Cut down is just so good against that card. So we have to do this and just hope. If they had removal, they would have used it on the Evangel, right? Did they have to find a hasted creature? Alright, my first loss against red. Bloody red. Only do 1 damage of your damage. I do all of it, Glissa. Cannot believe we lost that. That is upsetting. Alright. Give me mono red again. I wanna test this deck against it properly. That didn't feel like a proper test. And we're on the plays, so I'd love to play against mono red. Be a mono red player. No, don't be then. Fine. Suit yourself. Yeah, 1 Sheoldred can go. I don't know what white doesn't. It could be control, it could be aggro. It's a control, you mono white. Okay, okay. Let's attack. And Kaito, get our card advantage against this control deck.
Hope you're ready for some. I know something you.
This deck is like fully mid-range, I would say, although our maximum mana cost is 4. It feels mid-rangey. Yeah, we'll just do what? Same again. I think we'll play this. Force them to deal with the board. Yeah. You're full control white. Okay. So there's going to be board wipes. So this is a tougher one because we can't commit too much to the board. Okay, this screams of Wandering Emperor, doesn't it? So we'll just attack with this. I don't want my Sheoldred getting exiled. Ah. Okay. Fine. We've done the attack we needed to do, so we can draw. But first, we'll play this. Bing bing. And then we'll hold. We can even Takenuma back a card if we need to. If they board wipe this, I'll do this so that we get a Sheoldred back. I mean, I could have played the Mastermind in response. Maybe I should have done that. Should have done that, really. Okay, they can't do anything funky here, so we'll swing. They're gonna have a farewell, maybe? I mean, we've got a Kaito to 7.
Thanks.
Not that we're doing anything with that, but... Okay, think we're in a pretty nice place. They're going to be running some kind of board wipes. It's got to be. They're not dicking about with all this for nothing. Yeah, so we will get back a Sheoldred from the graveyard. Just so we've got one. We'll let that resolve. And then we will Mastermind. So we could minus this. Whenever a creature deals combat damage, search for a blue or black card. Pull a Sheoldred straight out of our deck. But we don't need to, because we've got one in our hand. So let's not bother for now. We'll just draw. Bing, bing, bing. Sad I haven't found any of my Make Disappears. There's 4 in this deck and we're 22 cards deep. Haven't found a single one. That's what we need against this deck, to draw some of our counters, man. Do we like cut down our own Mastermind? Having it in the graveyard? No, it's no use. Okay, fine. So we'll go with this. Draw, discard land. I think we'll just do the same again now. Draw, discard land. We'll keep one. And we'll minus. We've got the emblem then. That causes them... They don't want to leave a single creature on the battlefield. Yeah, they can make us sack one of our creatures.
This ends today.
Yeah, maybe they've got removal for the other one.
You live because I allow it.
So we'll attack. Get rid of that. I know we don't get our Sheoldred, but that doesn't matter. This turn. Do this. Draw.
There's no secret I can't.
So if we play this, we'll get an Evangel or Zimone back if they wipe the board with any other board wipe. Other than Farewell, or I suppose there's the other Exile one now. Can't remember what it's called. Okay. They've got to be running out of, like, yeah, we've kept the pressure on. They're running out of things to do, I think. Get rid of that. We've got to be getting there now. Alright. We just swing, even if they've got a Wandering Emperor. Make them do it. We can go for the threat, whatever they target.
Run away. It'll be safer.
Yeah, I think we will do that. Because we can pull... Let's pull this. And let's pull this. We draw. Control. Oh, it feels good, man. That feels really nice. Like, that was just in control against control. Alright. That last one got me going, guys. Got me going. See if we can win a bit more. Okay, we're on the play. We've only got, yeah, we don't end up in the tap land situation. Rafine, okay. Actually, do we do Rona first, maybe? Yeah. Rona first. The card filtering is just so sweet. Okay, yep. Draw. We'll discard one of those. We've got one already. Which we're basically telling them by doing that, but they either want to play a creature or they don't. I think we'll just hold on Make Disappear here. They're passed to us, we'll pass to them. I'm not going to waste the Sheoldred. No, I don't want to give you a load of card advantage, really. Sure you don't want to try playing a creature? No. Could be a Wandering Emperor, but if they do, I guess we can resolve Sheoldred for free. Okay, they could have board wipes then if they're doing that and not countering. That probably means we're getting board wiped. I'll keep one land in my hand. There's no point in keeping multiple with this deck really. Can't cycle that fast. Not like a Fable deck. Sheoldred, that one. Okay. So I want to play the land because if we're at 6, we can use this. We can attack profitably here. I can't flip Sheoldred, so. Interesting. Interesting that they're not even willing to keep this alive. Must be worried about their life total. Play my Kaito at me.
Get in, get out. Easy mission.
That was my Kaito. Well, I do have a cut down. So, let's get some pain for you, my friend. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, this deck is swift becoming my favourite. Yes, yes, I did. Alright, I still want the mono red challenge. We've got to pass the mono red test. We go first again. Look at this land situation though. You never know, it could fix itself. We're just going to be a bit slow, but whatever. The mono black test. Okay, they're going to be slow as well, so we can Rona our way out of this maybe. Nope. Oh, they had the cut down. I was hoping they only had go for the throat so they couldn't draw. Okay, we'll go with this, draw, discard, cut down. Don't know if that's going to be of any use anyway. We'll hold open, make disappear and go for the throat. We can go for the throat there. Oh no, we can't. We only got one black source. Moron alert. We could do it in their turn, but then in our turn. Why would we do anything, I suppose? So we're going to hold these two. Kind of want to stop at the end of their main phase. If this is like an Invoke Despair, we obviously counter it. I mean that one's an obvious enough play that I actually managed not to cock up. And then we get rid of it. Okay. I've regained some composure here. Okay, that's another black source, which is nice. So I think we'll just attack. If there's an Invoke Despair, we have to eat it now, but at least we're not eating it through Archfiend. I mean, there's always another Invoke Despair. Why wouldn't there be another Invoke Despair? There's my counter spell, but okay. It's only 12-12, so we're doing okay. So we would love to play Sheoldred, but I think we need to hold and make disappear. So we'll do this. If there's if there's even more, then that's okay. And we can counter that one. Yeah. Fine. You can crew in response. I'm fine with that. So okay, I've already got one of those. That's fair enough. I think we'll play this. We'll draw this card just for the life. Now we're in a pretty good shape. Unless they have the board wipe spell. and then our shape gets worse. The new battle of board wipes. Okay. I think that's okay. Because Glissa's gonna do the job, right? I guess they could power up there, but they are just not giving a fuck. Alright. I think you've misunderstood how Glissa works. Oh, there goes Zimone and Dina. Alright. So we just hold Glissa back, I think, because... Wait, hold on. So if we attack with both, they have to block, but they could power the Bankbuster and block. Whereas if we do this, then we could just force them to lose with Mastermind. So I think this is the right thing to do. Because they go to 2, we can just force them to draw in response to anything they do. Yeah, so like now we just force a draw. And shablam. To steal a phrase from a fellow content creator, that was actually, again, like, never in doubt. There was some slightly touchy moments, but what a deck, man. Okay, ooh, we're getting some higher percentage opponents now. Yep. Oh no, we're mono red on the draw and we've got the Blooming Pain lands again. Give me a cut down. That is not a cut down. It's going to be a 3-3 coming at us again. Oh my god. How do they always have Kamano into Felden? This is just brutal, man. So let's throw away this Pain land. Next turn, Kaito's a bit shit. It can give us a blocker and try and buy time for Sheoldred. This could block this if it lives. 3 is fine, I think. Can you just not have a perfect play out? Oh my god. This is painful. So we just Kaito, don't we? A minus for a blocker. And we just hope they can't remove Sheoldred with a Nahiri's Warcrafting. Or, even worse, steal it and hit us with it. So they're down to 3 cards. If they blast the Evangel, we're just in such bad shape. Even Sheoldred won't save us, right? It's just too much piling on. How can they have all this stuff every time? Oh man. So we're gonna take... Can't give them a card until the end of your next turn, yeah. So we take a 7, we're going to 5. So Sheoldred loses us the game, because this is... Well, it's only 4 technically. And we can draw one with this. That puts us on 7. I mean, if they remove Sheoldred, we're dead. If they do most things, we're dead. We have to block this. We are failing the mono red test, which is so sad. We've been on the draw both times, but it's so sad. I mean, yeah, where's all my cut downs, man? Where are they? They're just hiding from me. What is the solution to the mono red problem? We've got 3 cards in our deck that gain us life. We've got Sheoldred, Zimone and Dina, and what is the name of the 4th one? The Gixian Puppeteer, and yet we're still just dying horribly. This time, see, this deck would do... okay, this is a better test. We've actually got an early game hand, and we're against red again. So let's just see... let's see how this goes. Okay. Okay. This, like, we're only going to be on 17 at the start of turn 2. That is a much better situation. 16 because we have to damage ourselves. Whatever. God, it's all pain lands. Pain lands. Maybe I should get some basics. So we're hopefully only taking 1 now. Yeah, okay. They haven't had a perfect run out. And look, they just scoop. They don't even know what we're doing. They can't even be bothered to play past turn 3. That I didn't get the perfect run out, so... but on the draw, we beat mono red that time. Okay. That's how I suspected these games should go against mono red. We should do okay, because we've got flipping a 2-3 on turn 2 most of the time, or a 1-3. I mean, these are pretty hard to get around cards for red, but nope. No, don't do this to me. We do lead our lands. If we get that 3rd land, we're golden. Yes, it's not green, but it'll do.
Hope you're ready for some.
We can find the green. We can find green. Come on, we put a creature in the graveyard for them. That's bullshit, man.
Now, what do we have here?
Oh, come on. Give me my land. How many cards do I have to go through to find it? I mean, it's going to be a tapped land, but... and it's the wrong colour. This is sick, man. This is sick. 13 cards, can't find a green source. There are 9, 12 of them in the deck. I don't know what the odds of this bullshit are, but we're finding the odds and we're defying them. Oh, we need to hold open, make disappear now. So we need green land for Zimone and Dina. Look, it's a perfect blocker for this shit. Look, they're empty in our graveyard. Damaging us in the meantime. What? What is this? Come on. Gotta play one during our turn. So at least we could, in theory, reanimate to get our Zimone and Dina back with the Puppeteer. I know that they're just holding that Invoke Despair, lubing it up for me. Yeah, I can't do shit about that, unfortunately. Oh yeah, no, we can't reanimate because we're against an army of graveyard trespassers.
Oh, there will be a next time.
15 cards, can't find what we need. You're forcing me to counter that, because otherwise you get infinite cards all game. Do we have to just take a beating? Because if I play any of this, I mean I could play this I suppose. If they just murder this and exile it though. There's nothing to get back, so it's just pointless. Yeah. What this land situation, honestly, this is so unfair. This is so unfair. I'm gonna get my green land now, I don't need it. No. We're dead. That's just best of one land situation, isn't it? Alright. Let's see if we can just not have that again. We've got so much card filtering. That's what makes it painful. Like if it feels fairer, like we've got no draw, then you get land screwed all the time at best of one. But this deck is like every card does some kind of draw or life gain. And those happen to be the matchups we're losing. I just find it crazy. Okay, Rakdos. I haven't seen much Rakdos. Yeah. Oh, no, should have played that one. Cocked that up. Oh well. Yeah. We're playing it because we know you've got removal and we know we've got another one. So let's just get the dance over with. Stop touching it. Get off my Timon and Pumbaa. Yikes. No removal. Why are we doing all this touching? We're going to do this and this, so... we've only got one black source. No, we're not going to do that and that. We're going to do this, and we're going to find an untapped black land. Sort of. Okay, we'll throw away this one then. Just attack. Yeah. So this could be an Invoke Despair deck we're facing again. What? And then cut down? They're going to use... Okay, and then that. Okay, there's a 2 for 2. We'll do another one of these, please. And we're going to hold on to this Darkslick Shores because it's no use playing it now. And we can discard it with the Evangel. I don't like just sticking this out there to be Invoke Despaired, but... Okay. No, can't discard it to the Evangel. So do we sack the Puppeteer? Bring back Evangel. Cycle some of this. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Or do we get Rona? No, let's get this. Then we can look for something that we actually want. No, because we can play this untapped. Okay. They can just search up some destroy all creatures, I guess. They're down to 10. So they're going to take that battle that's destroy all creatures. Nope, they're going to take a Harvester. They will have removal though. They've got to show it they can choose anything they want. They did not choose Harvester. Knowing that we have cut down and knowing we have black land. I mean, they can put it back onto the battlefield. Alright. They're getting low. So they could put a Zimone or a Puppeteer onto the battlefield. They could put Harvester back, but then it will be a Summoning Sickness. Oh, they can put a Traxxer back. I see. It's just a dressed up Traxxer back. Okay. Atali as well, okay. Plenty of nice removal for them now. Yeah. I think this one could be a loss. Unfortunately, where are my go for the throats? I would like a go for the throat, please.
If the powerful won't help, I'll do it myself. I got someone on the inside.
At least if they do this, we would draw. Yeah, unfortunately they go back to 15. Can't stop that. We can hard cast the Tali. Yeah, okay. I'd say it's probably a good game. We definitely got out scaled here. I don't actually know what I'm doing to win. Even if we kill a Traxxas now, we're dead. Oh, okay. GG. That was good. They played well getting that Traxxas onto the battlefield, and our lack of graveyard hate can be a problem. That is, it would have to be instant speed with the Gix. I guess it's the lack of removal. Okay, lesson learned. Alright. Let's see if we can get a win to wrap this up. It's been a really fun deck. Here's my one new copy of Sleeper. That's got to be a sign that this is going to work out for me. We've got a turn 1 play. We're against Rafine's Tower. We're against Esper Humans. Okay. It's the Legends deck that like tries to combo off the top, is it? Probably. Probably. That's what it looks like. No. Guess we'll hold make disappear again. I don't know what quite is going on here. It's like a human legends deck. Not really a combo thing. I still don't want you to do that. Still no. Okay. That's good. So we can do a 2 and a 2. And pretend like we've got a counter again. I don't know if they'll ever start pretending to play around it or not, but they might be getting nervous by now that we're just evolved Sleeper and counters. Right. So if we deal damage to this, we exile a card at random and they can cast it. Okay. Okay. Do we go Timon and Pumbaa? Do we go Kaito? Go Kaito.
You'll never see me this is a juicy secret.
So they can hit us for 5. They can't cast any Invoke Despairs or anything like that. Yeah, good old Relic of Legends. So they've got extra mana, yeah. This no longer has its other ability, right? Yeah. Okay, but they have got another one. Cool. Okay. So. Yeah. So then, what do? We need 2 blockers. This is only 1 damage. This we can block. We attack with this. They jump. We plus.
What do we have here?
Yeah, okay. And then pass. We can let the 5/5 through, which is important. Yeah, that's okay. Kaito has done a really good job, but I can let that go. That little problem. I would love it if we could afford this, but we can't. So we'll do this. We haven't got any of those. So now we can play this. Yep. Then attack with this. So hold on, that puts them on 2, 4. We can't force them to draw extra because we can't afford it by 1. So we can't necessarily win this turn. Is that right? Yeah. I know, but we can draw extra with the sleeper. Yeah, and then Zimone and Dina will kill them. Okay, so we do like this. We could just draw with this. Then that happens. That happens. Bing, bing. And they draw, they die. Okay. Good. We got there. Brain just needed to work. This deck does need a bit of brain, and that's probably puts it out of me optimizing it. Because I'm not really a brains deck kind of person, but I'm happy with this. This is actually really, really fun. Alright, time to have a quick look at the stats. So, 13 and 4 I went with this deck overall. I did make this tweak, which was only for the last game. Played 12 and 4 with exactly the same version. A 76% win rate or 75% win rate in best of 1 is an extremely good deck in Mythic Standard. I think this deck is super, super powerful. I'm amazed that we managed to lose 2 decks against Red, given that we're running 3 cut downs and given that we're running all these different life gain methods. I just think we've been unlucky. It was on the draw both times, and the red player has just curved out perfectly, and I don't know if there's many decks that can stand up to that. So, you know, if you took those 2 losses out, obviously we've got an extremely good win rate against things where we had a chance. I just think this is an absolute beast of a deck. I think Zimone and Dina, it was really weak in all the wrong shells when I was running it with like more expensive cards, trying to draw lots, or like with instants and sorceries trying to mess about drawing cards. This is the right shell for it, I think. It's like a sort of low to medium curve creature deck where the creatures draw you cards or punish the opponent for drawing cards. That's the theme, and it works well. I believe. I'd like to hear how you would have approached a Zimone and Dina deck. If you've got any ideas for inclusions in this one or a completely different way of creating it, I'd be very interested to hear. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching till the end of the video. This one was actually a lot of fun to make, so I'm glad that you voted for Zimone and Dina. I will stick another poll up soon for you guys to vote, but otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.